At 6 o'clock this evening, the chairman made the surprise announcement that they were abandoning legal action. Instead, they've decided their best chance of staying in the First Division is an appeal heard by a three-man Football Association tribunal.
The computer company West Wiltshire Information System, despite winning the right to have their case heard in the High Court, the club have decided their best chance of staying in the First Division is an appeal heard by a Football Association tribunal. We've just received these pictures of the board's surprise announcement in which the chairman explains why they've dropped the legal action. Here they are coming up now.
In consequence, the club has been able to secure certain assurances from the league which have persuaded us to discontinue those proceedings and to pursue the more economical and expeditious route of internal appeal to a Board of Appeal consisting of 3 persons nominated not by the league but by the Football Association. The club is confident that it will enjoy a fair hearing at which it can canvass its full case. The club is grateful for the widespread support it has received since the decision was first announced. Thank you, gents.
So there we are. We'll have the latest on that announcement and the rest of the region's news in our 9:20.
Despite winning the right to have its case heard in the High Court, the club has decided to opt for an appeal heard by a Football Association tribunal. David Passmore reports.
The surprise announcement came late this afternoon. Club chairman Gary Herbert said the decision had been taken because of assurances received by the club from the Football League. He wouldn't say what those assurances were, but told fans the fight would continue.
The club is confident that it will enjoy a fair hearing at which it can canvass its full case. The club is grateful for the widespread support it has received since the decision was first announced.
Police are tonight carrying out tests to establish...
to drop their High Court action against being demoted to the Third Division. It follows long talks this afternoon between the club and solicitors for the Football League. After receiving what they say were certain assurances, the club will now appeal instead to a 3-man Football Association inquiry.
Because of what it described as assurances it had received. This led to speculation about a deal, but this afternoon the club denied this was the case. Here's David Passmore.
Remaining in the First Division was to fight the Football League in the courts. They claimed their relegation to Division 3 for making unauthorised payments to players was against natural justice. Despite being granted a High Court hearing, they suddenly announced they were dropping legal action in favour of an appeal heard by a 3-man FA commission. Today, the Swindon Supporters Action Committee met to discuss the progress of their fundraising campaign. Most supported the club's decision, accepting the directors were best able to judge the situation.
I think at the moment the whole of Swindon is behind Swindon Town Football Club because that offers the only avenue to First Division football. There are no other options. Clearly, we're all taking it on trust that the board are doing the right things. We're reassured by them that they've taken the most expensive legal advice going throughout this whole process and that this late change of direction is also on the basis of that legal advice received.
Some fans at the ground were not so sure that the club's decision was a wise one.
I'm not so sure it's the right decision because with the High Court then you're going to get a fair hearing no matter what, and we've got a good chance in the courts, but with the FA, they're in football, they might be reluctant to change the decision by the league.
The club dropped legal action because they felt even if they were successful, the benefits could be limited. A judge would only be able to overturn the league's decision. A new league commission would then hear the case again and could well reach the same verdict, and Swindon would still be in the Third Division. One confusing aspect of yesterday's statement by the chairman was that the club had dropped legal action because of so-called assurances given by the league. There was speculation of a deal. Today, the club's solicitor said there had been no deal with the league whatsoever. He said the assurances referred to amounted to no more than clarification of the legal ground rules. The appeal hearing in front of a 3-man commission is expected to be held at FA headquarters on the 2nd of July.